and welcome to your yoga practice. I hope this finds you well, and if you're not in a good mood right now, hopefully this will get you there. So we're just going to start in a comfortable seat. Have any props that you might like, either a blanket if you want to sit on that, blocks if you have them, if you want your arms to be a little bit longer today. Feel free to put any music on in the background, get comfy, make this your practice. And then meet me in a seat either cross-legged, back on your heels, or on a block. And sitting up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back a couple of times. Just let go any tension in the neck and shoulders already. And then allowing the eyes to close or just take a soft gaze to the floor or your lap. Take a deep breath in. And sigh out. And take another deep breath in. And sigh it out. Just giving yourself the next couple of breaths to land here. Pressing pause on any mental to-do lists, any plans. Letting go of whatever was going on prior to getting on your mat. And just starting to turn inward, getting curious about what's showing up inside. Scanning through the body, how the physical body's showing up, how the mind and thoughts are, if there's lots of activity or not so much. Noticing your energy at this point in your day. Noticing the emotions that are bubbling to the surface. And just taking inventory of all that's present right now, and can you welcome it all in? Can there be space for all of it? Starting to bring the attention to the breath and just following your natural breath in and out. Does the breath seem deep or more shallow? As you breathe here, where do you feel the breath in the body? Slowly start to deepen your inhales and exhales. Feeling the breath down deep in the lungs, filling the belly, the ribs, all the way up to the collarbones. And exhaling from the collarbones all the way down and out through the belly. And breathing from the belly all the way up. And exhaling from the top down. And take 3 more deep breaths. Fill the entire rib cage. And exhale, there's a softening, a letting go. Take 2 more. Noticing with each breath that little stretch through the lungs and ribs, already starting your practice here with your breath work. 1 more big breath in. And letting it go. And after your next deep exhale, return to your normal breath. Bring one hand to heart center, one hand to belly. And bowing the head down, sending some thanks, some gratitude for whatever got you onto your mat. Giving yourself some gratitude for taking this time to practice. Seeing if there's any further intention, dedication, or focus for your practice, your day, the rest of your week, whatever's showing up. And then release the hands down to the lap, staying nice and tall through the spine as you continue to drop the chin down. Taking some gentle half circles, draw the ear towards shoulder. Chin comes back to chest and over to the other side. Just going a few times side to side here. And pause with chin towards chest. Inhale the head up. And then just drop the ear towards the shoulder. Come back up. And over to the other side. A little stretch through the sides of the neck. Let the shoulders be nice and heavy. Make sure they're not up by your ears. And then come back to center. Drop the chin down again. And as you inhale, gaze up. Exhale, drop the chin down. Inhale, gaze up. One more time like that. Drop the chin down. And then gaze up. Come back to center and then moving into the shoulders. Roll them up, back, and down. You can do them together. You can do a little side to side, whatever works for you. And then bring the hands onto the shoulders and circle your elbows forward. And then circle the elbows back. A little bit of crunching going on, taking them back. And then shake out the arms. Inhale, arms out and up, stretch tall. Exhale, out and down. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, out and down. Another big breath in as the arms reach tall. Exhale, out and down. And then change the cross of your legs. If you're sitting cross-legged. Inhale, arms reach high again. And take it over to the right side. Relax the neck and shoulders as you stretch through the left ribs. And then circle through center, taking it over to the other side, reaching the arm over the ear, stretching out the right ribs. Relax the neck and shoulders. And then sweep through center again, over to the right. And then maybe this time taking that top arm back a little bit more. And then come over. Other side, top arm maybe stretches back a little more. And one more time to each side. Maybe you sweep back a little further. Stretch a little more to the side. And then come back through, over to the left. Arm stretches back a little more. And then reaches over ear. And back to center. Roll on up. Bring the arms in front of you, interlace your fingers, invert the palms. Inhale, arms reach up, heart stretches up too as you gaze up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, curl in, bringing the arms down. Inhale, arc open, gaze up. Exhale, curl in. One more time like that, arc open and curl in. Come back to neutral, bring the arms parallel to the floor. Undo the hands so the palms face you again. Change the cross of your fingers so the opposite thumb's on top. Invert the palms again. Inhale, arms up. Gaze up, heart up. Exhale, curl in, arms come down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time, come up. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, back to neutral. Undo the hands, give them a little shake out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Bring the right hand back behind you to the floor. Left hand to the knee. Inhale up. Exhale over to the other side. I'm just taking a couple of twists side to side. And then come back up through center, arms reach high. Exhale the arms down. Take the legs out in front of you. Give them a little wiggle and a shake. Let go any tightness, any tension. Bending the knees, bring the feet wide and let your knees fall side to side. And then pause with the knees straight up. Bring the feet over to one side and come on up to a tabletop position. So you can use a blanket or a pillow for the knees if you like, or just place it off to the side if you don't want it. Stacking the knees under the hips, spread your fingers nice and wide, or if it feels better to work on fists today, feel free to do that. And once in your tabletop, inhale, arc open. Exhale, curl in. Just taking a few rounds of cat and cow here, arcing open and curling in. And we're going to do this movement through the spine and rib cage in a couple of different positions today. So just getting used to feeling that heart opening, arcing open, and then that curling back in. And then come back through center. And extend your right leg back behind you. Reach the left arm out in front of you. Inhale, stretch longer. Exhale, draw knee and elbow towards each other. And reach long. And then bring the hands and knee down. Taking the other side, left leg stretches back, right arm out in front of you. Stretch through fingers and toes. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, reach long. And bring it down. Switching sides again, right leg back, left hand in front. If it doesn't feel good to have the arm as well, you can keep the hand down and just draw knee in. And then extend back and bring it down. Left leg back, right arm out in front, unless you're not doing arm, and then the hand would be down. Draw it in. Extend long. And down. One more time here. Extend long. Curl it all in. Extend long. And come down. Last side, extend long. Curl it all in. Inhale, reach. Keep that leg up. Bring the hand down. Bend the knee. And start to do circles through the knee. Making the circles as big or as small as you like. Go one way and then the other. And then pause with the knee out to the side. Option to stay here with just the knee bent, or you can extend that leg long and then take it all the way over to the opposite side, touch down, look over your shoulder at your toes. And as you inhale, it's either bent knee out to the side or straight leg out to the side. And then exhale, cross back, touch down. One more time like that, either variation. And cross back. Pause here, pressing your hands towards the left. Look over your right shoulder at your foot. And then gently unwind, bring the knee down, and take some big circles through the hips. Let go of any tightness, any tension in the hips. And then doing the second side, so your right knee comes out to the side, and starting with those knee circles, warming up through your right hip a little bit more. Circle one way and then the other. And then pause with the knee out to the side. Either stay there or you kick the leg out. Exhale, sweep it over to the left. Look over your shoulder at your foot. Inhale, your choice. Either straight leg or bent knee out to the side. Exhale, cross back. One more time like that. Take it out to the side. And cross back. Pause there. Press your hands to the right. Look over your left shoulder at your foot. And then unwind. Bring the knee down. And take some big circles. One way and then the other. Inhale, left arm stretches tall. Circle through the wrist. Let the head go in whatever direction feels best for your neck. Circle one way and then the other. Reach the arm up tall. And then draw the arm underneath the right. Thread the needle here. Bring your left shoulder down towards the floor, head resting on the ground. Press into your right arm a little bit more, right hand a little bit more to twist. I'm just taking a few deep breaths there. Taking one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, press back up. Come back to your tabletop. Inhale, right arm high, stretch tall, circle through the wrist. Taking it one way and then the other. And then stretch tall. Exhale and thread the needle, bring the right arm underneath the left, shoulder and head come down to rest. Pressing into your left hand to maybe twist a little bit more. And then staying here for a few breaths. Taking one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, press back up, coming to your tabletop. Hands can stay on the floor, or if you want your arms to be a little longer and you have blocks, you can bring the hands onto the blocks and step your right foot through. They're coming into a knee down lunge. And at this point, if your knee is feeling a little bony, you can put that blanket, or you can just roll the edge of your mat up if you'd like that. Sink your hips down. Rock a bit side to side. Just feeling that stretch into the front of the back hip. And then playing with that movement through the spine and the ribs, the cat-cow movement here. So as you inhale, arc open, heart draws forward, gazing out in front of you. As you exhale, curl in, drawing the chin towards chest, curling through the upper back. Inhale, arc open, gaze out in front. Exhale, curl in. And then gaze out in front. Keep that long spine. Then start to pull your hips back, moving your hands, your blocks back into a runner's lunge. Flex the toes back towards you. That front knee can be more bent if you like that, if it feels better for the back of the leg. And just seeing how much you can keep that length through the spine. So we don't want to be curled in here and with the chest to be collapsing. We want to draw the heart towards your toenails. And then as you inhale, you come forward. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Last time, come forward. Lift that back knee off the ground, curling the back toes under. And either bend the back knee and step and switch legs, or if you're feeling more adventurous, you can hop switch, and then either step, switch again, or hop switch, and again, and again. And just doing that a few times, either you're stepping, switching, or hop switching. Next time you have your left foot forward, right foot back, pause there. Gently drop the right knee down, taking any support you might like for that knee, and then sink the hips a little lower. Relax the shoulders. Take a bit side to side. Feel that stretch into the front of the right hip. And then playing with that movement in the spine and the ribs again. As you inhale, heart reaches forward, gaze out in front. As you exhale, curl in, drawing chin towards chest, curling up through the upper back. Inhale, open up, look out in front. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, gaze out in front, nice long spine. See if you can keep that as you pull your hips back, walking your hands back. Hips pull back, heart stretches towards your toenails. Front leg can be straight, or it can have more of a bend if that feels better today. As you inhale, you come forward. As you exhale, pull it back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. One more time, come forward. Curl the back toes under, lift the knee off the ground. This time, step your front foot back, plank pose. Drop the knees down. If you have blocks, you can move them out of the way. Bring the hands down. Walk the hands out a little bit more as you shift forward and lower onto your belly. Point the toes back, elongate through the legs and the low back. Inhale, lift the head, shoulders, heart, hover the hands. Exhale, lower down. Taking that 2 more times. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, release. Once more, coming up. And release. Bring the the sides of the chest. Pressing the hands, come back to your tabletop. Walk the hands towards your knees. Curl your toes under. Lift the knees off the ground. Heels come down. Hips lift high, folding over the legs at the back of your mat. And again, here, knees can bend as much as they need to as you fold over the legs. Relax the neck and shoulders. Shake the head. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. And as you inhale, come halfway up, slide the hands up the legs. Exhale and fold. Inhale, come halfway up and fold. Bend the knees, roll all the way up. Take your time to get there. And when you reach the top, sweep the arms out and up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale, arms all the way up. Take hold of the left wrist, pull over to the right. Inhale, back up. Switch the hold, holding your right wrist, pull over to the left. And come back up. Arms come out and down, bend the knees, bring the hands to the low back. Straighten the legs, press your hips forward, heart lifts up nice and tall. As you inhale, come up. Exhale, fold, hands slide down the legs. Inhale, halfway up with a flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, roll all the way up again, taking your time. When you reach the top, sweep the arms out and up. Take hold of left wrist, pull over to the right. Inhale up. Take hold of the right wrist over to the left. And up. Arms come out and down, bend the knees, bring the hands to the low back. Straighten the legs, press your hips forward, heart lifts up nice and tall. Inhale up. Exhale, fold, hands slide down the legs. And hang out here, hold your elbows, sway a bit side to side. Let the torso be nice and floppy towards the floor. And then release the arms. Bending your knees, inhale, roll on up. Big breath in. Take it all the way up, arms stretch up tall. And as you exhale with a sigh, knees bend, fold again. Inhale, roll on up, big breath in, arms stretch up tall. Exhale, let it go. 2 more like that. Roll on up, big breath in, reach tall. Exhale with a sigh. Last time, roll on up, big breath in as you stretch up tall. And let it go. Shake the head, yes and no. Walk your hands out in front of you to the top of your mat. And then when the hands land, walk your feet to meet your hands. Just a different way to get to the top. Inhale, halfway up, hands slide up the legs. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, roll all the way up, taking your time to get there. When you reach the top, arms sweep out and up, palms touch overhead. Exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale your palms up. Exhale, swan dive over the legs. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, fold. Hands either come to the floor or onto your blocks if you're using them. And step your left foot back. Find your low lunge here, this time keeping the back knee off the ground. If it's not a day to do that for you, feel free to drop it down if you want it to stay a bit more gentle. Otherwise, your back knee is up. Roll the shoulders back, lengthen through the spine. Rock a bit front and back. Just get used to being in this position with your legs. And then pause in center. And playing with that cat-cow movement again. So as you inhale, draw your heart forward, gaze out in front. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, heart reaches forward, gaze out, and curl in. One more time, gaze out in front, and pause there. Inhale your right arm up, stretch tall. As you exhale, close the arm and wrap it around your right leg. Inhale, twist towards your knees, stretch tall. Exhale, curl around. And stretch tall. And bring the hand down to the floor or block. Bend your back knee, hop the back foot in. Woo, nice strong legs. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, roll all the way up, taking your time to get there. When you reach the top, arms sweep out and up, palms touch. Exhale, palms to the heart. Bring the arms out in front of you, palms down, arms are parallel to the floor. Start to bend your knees, pull your hips back. Keep the weight over your heels, get lighter in your toes. And then bring a little bounce into this. A little pulse. Sink a little lower. Let your hips sway side to side. So if your hips are swaying, then it's not that big a deal, right? And then pause. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, swan dive forward. Come halfway up, hands slide up the legs. Exhale, release. Bending the knees, step your right foot back, low lunge on the second side. Again, option to drop that back knee if that feels better for you. Otherwise, we're keeping it lifted. And then rock a bit front and back. Just feeling into the legs. What is this side like? And then find your center. Start to pull your heart forward, rolling your shoulders back, gaze out in front of you. Exhale, curl in, drawing chin towards chest. Inhale, open up, gaze out in front. Exhale, curl in. And gaze out in front, stay there. As you breathe in, left arm stretches tall, twist towards your knee. Exhale, the arm comes down and hooks around your leg. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, arm down, hook around your leg. One more time, reach tall. Exhale, the hand down. Start to straighten your front leg or move it towards straight. Walk your hands, your blocks around to the right into a wide-legged forward fold. Shift a bit side to side here. Hands can stay on your blocks or you can lose the blocks and bring the hands down, whatever works for you. And then pause in center. Knees can have as much of a bend as they need to. Shift the weight back to your heels, get light in your toes. Keep that, keep your hips pulling back as you crawl your hands out in front of you. Fingertips should stay nice and light as your hips go back. Your weight is back in the heels. Head is just hanging in the space between your arms, nice and long through the back of your neck, nice and long through the spine. Take a deep breath in here and side out. Keep pulling your hips back as you crawl your fingers out, maybe even a little more. How much space can you create from your belly button all the way to your collarbones? And then walk your hands back. Take them over to the left, pivoting your feet back into a low lunge. Walk your hands up that front leg, pressing into the leg to help yourself on up. You can keep walking your hands back to the hip and then reach the arms high, softening the shoulders in your warrior 2 or warrior 1 rather, Virabhadrasana 1, with the back heel up. As you exhale, twist towards your knee, take the arms out wide. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, twist again. And as you're doing this, just take a peek to make sure the knee isn't knocking in or out, that it's going straight over your middle toes. One more time, come up and twist to the left. Inhale, arms up. Whoa. Exhale the arms out and down, bring them down to the floor. Walk them around to the right, back to your little or wide-legged forward fold. Shift a bit side to side. Pause and center. Walk your hands around to the right towards the back of your mat, pivoting the feet into a low lunge. And then take your hands to that front knee, pressing yourself up. Hands can walk to the hip if that's a little easier to come all the way up. And then reach the arms high. As you stretch through fingers, can you soften the shoulders down away from your ears? Taking a deep breath in. And as you exhale, twist to the right, arms come out wide. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist again. One more time, arms up. And twist. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive over the legs, bring the hands down. Start to walk the hands over to the wide side of your mat again, back into a wide-legged forward fold. Hanging out there, knees bent as much as you need to. Just let the head hang, shaking it yes and no. Take a deep breath in, and horse lips it out. And just in case you didn't get to do that enough, take another deep breath in, and horse lips again. Good way to just expel some tension. Walk your hands to the right, stretch your left ribs. Walk your hands to the left, stretch your right ribs. Take the hands all the way around to the front of your mat, pivoting the feet again. And then gently drop your back knee down. Step your front foot back. Knees come wide, big toes touch. Reach the hips back for heels, child's pose. And just pause here, find some rest. Arms can stay extended out in front of you. If it feels better, you can wrap them along the sides of the body with the palms up. Let everything pause for a moment. Catch your breath, return to normal. Taking a moment to tune in and seeing what's showing up at this point in your day, what's showing up at this point in your practice. And then bring the hands by your knees. And pressing into the hands, roll yourself back on up. Bring the hips over to one side. Take the legs out in front of you. Then scoot yourself about halfway down. Extending the legs long, give them a little shake out. Move things out of your way. And then draw your knees towards you. Bring the bottoms of the feet together and the knees nice and wide. So depending on how your hips and or your knees are feeling here, it might feel better to have the legs further out in front of you, especially if you have a lot of tightness in the hips today. Otherwise, you can start to draw the feet back in. So you want to find a position where you can still stay nice and long through the spine. So if drawing the feet in means that you're in this position, not so great. Better to have them out further in front of you and then get nice and tall. And then playing with the movement through the spine and ribs again here. Hold on to your legs somewhere. Inhale, arc open, gaze up. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, arc open. Exhale, curl. One more time, arc open. to a neutral spine. Find your feet and give them a little massage out. Paying some attention to your base here. Those feet that carry you around so well every day. Notice any tender spots. Maybe give those a little more attention. Give each toe a little squeeze. Massage into your ankles, into the lower legs. Oh, find those tight spots. Yeesh. Little squeeze of the knees, up the thighs. Pressing into the outer hips, a little massage in the outer hips and the low back. And then bring the hands to your outer knees and draw the legs together. Give the knees a kiss, or you can blow them a kiss. Thank them for all the work they do. And then come down to rest on your back. Best part, taking a little pause on your back, the knees bent and the feet on the floor. Relax the shoulders, let your head rest nice and heavy. Just take a moment here, eyes can close if you like. Come back to your breath. Follow it in and out. And then bring your attention into your feet. So the feet should be parallel here, toes pointing straight forward, heels straight back. And then walking your heels so they're kind of right underneath the knees. You just don't want them way out away from you. So walking them a little closer to your seat. Bring the arms down by the sides of the body, palms facing down. I'm just taking a couple baby bridges here. Press into the arms, press into your feet. And as you inhale, lift the hips off the ground, but only taking it about 50% of the way. And then lower down. And then again, inhale, pressing into the arms, the feet, lift the hips just 50%. And lower down. This time as you lift the hips, lift the arms as well, taking them all the way to rest overhead. Maybe the hips come a little higher. And lower down. Inhale, hips and arms lift up. Notice if the knees want to splay wide, can you keep your thighs parallel? Using those inner thigh muscles. Exhale, come down. One more time, come up. Pause at the top. Sway the hips a bit side to side. As if you were in a hammock here, just taking a bit to the left and to the right. Pause and center. Pressing into your feet, maybe lift the hips a little higher. Keep those thighs parallel. Exhale, arms, hips, everything comes down. Pause for a moment. Walk your feet a little wider apart to the edges of your mat. And let your knees gently sway side to side. You can move your arms wherever they're not in the way. And just gently, slowly, legs sway side to side. Pause with the knees straight up. Hug the legs in towards you. Give them a little squeeze as you rock side to side. And seeing as you hug your legs in, can you keep your shoulders and head heavy on the floor? Just massaging at your back as you hug your knees. And with a hand on each knee, circle the knees away from each other. Going one way and then the other. Pause with the knees straight in. Arms come out wide, palms facing up so that you can nestle the shoulder blades down the back, keeping the shoulders down and the collarbones nice and broad. Knees are going to fall over to the left, either taking them all the way down to the ground, or you can build the ground up to meet you with any blankets, any pillows you have close by. if you'd like a gentler, smaller twist. Once the legs land, relax the shoulders, relax the arms. And turn the head in whatever direction feels best for your neck today. And then when you find your twisting spot, pause there. Start to let go of any doing and just rest in this position. Relax through the face. Soften the jaw. Soften the tongue. And feel yourself melting into the floor. Depending on the temperature in your house right now, that might be very easy to imagine in these hot summer days. Taking one more breath here and letting it go. If you have your head turned, bring the head back to center. Inhale as your knees come back to center. Exhale, letting them fall over to the right this time, either to the floor, or you can build up the floor with any blankets, pillows, so that it's a smaller twist for the spine. Once the legs land, relax the shoulders, relax the arms. Experimenting with where the head wants to land on this side. If turning it one way or the other feels better for the neck, find that position that works best for your neck and shoulders. And just flopping into that. So can you let go of the work here and just be in this shape? Letting gravity assist you, drawing the legs down, drawing the arms down. Relax through the face again, any tightness or tension you're holding in the face, and the eyebrows, across the forehead. Soften through the jaw. Relax the tongue. Taking one more deep breath in, letting it go. Bring the head back to center. Inhale, knees back to center. Give them a little squeeze again, rocking side to side. And then starting to shift into your final posture of Shavasana, your final relaxation. So find whatever position works for you today. It can be flat on the back. If it feels better to rest on your side or on your belly, feel free to do that. If you have a couch or a chair close by, you can rest the legs up on that chair so you look more like this shape, which will just let the low back release a little bit more if you have any sensitivity in the back today. So finding your comfortable position, taking any props, any layers you might like here. And then allowing the eyes to close and settle in their sockets. If it feels better to just gaze up at your ceiling, feel free to do that. And then take a deep breath in. Breathe from your feet all the way to the top of your head. And sigh it out. Take two more like that in your own time, breathing from your feet all the way to the top of your head. Fill up. And let it go with a sigh. One more big breath in. Fill the entire body. And let it go. Allow everything to soften. Let the benefits of your practice find their way inside. Relax, release the entire body. Give yourself this time to recharge. If you have the time, you can stay here as long as you like. If the river needs to keep flowing on, start to bring attention to the breath. And just observing the breath moving through the body. Let your next inhale be fuller, more energizing. And your exhale soft and smooth. Let any little movements back that feel natural. You might start to wiggle fingers and toes. There may be a stretch calling your name. And then bend one knee and the other, bring the feet to the floor. Let your head gently flop side to side. And turn on over to one side, resting there for a moment. Notice the quality, the feeling that's present now, having gone through your yoga practice. And in any way that feels sweet and supportive, start to help yourself back on up. As you come up to your seat, eyes can stay closed or just keep the gaze fuzzy. Bend your knees and bring the feet to the floor. Holding on to your shins, take a little curl back. Drawing the belly button towards spine, chin towards chest. Inhale, arc it open. And then finding a comfortable seat, keeping those eyes closed or just a soft gaze so the attention remains inside a little longer. Bring one hand to heart center, other hand rests on top of it. And bow the head towards hands and heart. Thank yourself for showing up, for playing yoga today, and giving yourself this gift of time on your mat with all that shows up. Inhale the head back up and bowing to the wonder and wisdom within you. Namaste. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you next time. Bye.